Hello and welcome or welcome back to A Chip Off the Old Block Toys. I'm Jeff, and today is going to be version 2 of the 3-in-1 Creator Lego Set 3-1167. That is the Haunted Mansion. Now we've already done version 1, and this is what it looked like. And today we need to continue this trend by doing number 2, which number 2 is this lovely train right here. So we're going to do a time lapse and build it, and then we'll come back and do the review. If you would, hit that like button, and if you feel like I've earned your subscription, please subscribe. If you're watching on Rumble, give it a rumble or follow the channel. All right, guys, remember, we're going to have a good time here, and that this is Enzo approved. This concludes the build of set number 3-1167, the Haunted Mansion. This is version 2. The last one was the first version, which is the actual Haunted Mansion itself. This one's a train set, and if you haven't seen my reviews before, I'll give you dimensions, information on the minifigures, and then we'll give a rating on value, creativity, playability, ease of build, and part out value. And we'll go 0 to 10 on that, 0 being the worst, 10 being the best. And then we'll go ahead and give you a 6th one where we average those scores out. So let's start with the dimensions. The train, well, the train is 11 inches from the front to the back. From side to side, it's 2 3/4 inches, and from the top of this to the table, it is 4 1/4 inches. If you're on the metric system, that is 28 centimeters by 7 centimeters by 11 centimeters. The platform, well, that is a total of 6.5 inches by 3 1/4 inches by 4 inches tall. That is 16.5 centimeters by 8.5 centimeters by 10 centimeters. As far as the minifigures go, I couldn't find anything online, but there's some obvious, descriptions of these. This is the monster or Frankenstein. They call him a monster on the other set, the Haunted House that came out in 2012. They have a very similar character, and they call him a monster. So I'm going to call him Monster, although we all know it's probably supposed to be Frankenstein. We've got a werewolf. I'm not sure who she is, but we do have a ghost, and then we've got a skeleton, and he is driving this crazy train. As far as value is concerned, this is a difficult one to do because the 3-in-1s always have less pieces used on the second and third version. But as far as price per piece, this retails for $89.99, 736 pieces, that's 12.2 cents per piece. And that's about average. But as far as value though, let me show you the pieces that are left over. When you look at the pieces that are left over, it's kind of disappointing because you've got a couple plates here. You've got a door. You've got a few windows. You've got some gates. You've got some supports and these double convex slopes, which I did check it out the other day on Bricklink because I mentioned it in the first video, and they are still selling for about $2 a piece. So they're still rather expensive, and they didn't even use them. It looks like, you know, we got 4 here, 6. We have a total of 8 of these. So $16 worth of pieces not even used. So that's why I can only give value a 6 on this set. Creativity, I mean, I do like the fact that they were able to make a train out of this, but again, kind of leaves a lot for wanting. The train's not that detailed. I mean, it's as good as they can get with what they have, but I think it's a pretty weak train. I mean, they do have the smokestack, they do have a light here, and they do have the wheels. The wheels are not in proportion to this thing. I mean, after all, it couldn't even sit on the ground and touch the wheels. The platform's all right though. That's pretty good. I like the bench, and I like the little clock thing letting them know whether the train's on is on time or not. So for as far as creativity though, I'm only gonna give it a 6. Playability is a different story. Playability is a 9. I mean, you've got everything you need here. You've got the platform, you got the train. What more could you really need? So it is, playability is rather high. The ease of build, well, there's only one booklet for this, and it has 147 steps. There are no crazy building techniques, so ease of build is also going to be a 9. The part out value, I'm going to stay with what I did in the first version, and that's an 8 out of 10. If you average all those scores out, I'll give it a 7.6 out of 10, and the mansion, the original version 1, is an 8.0 out of 10. Alright guys and gals, I hope you had enjoyed this review, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed it enough to hit the like button or Rumble if you're over on Rumble, and also give it a subscription over on YouTube or follow it on Rumble if you would. Now, we still have one more of these videos. I got to build one more version and do a review of it, and then I have another video where we're going to do all 3 side by side. So we've got a little bit ways to go, but they'll be coming out shortly. All right, guys, if you want to help the channel, here's a couple different ways. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think of the set. Let me know if you bought this set, and if you bought it, how many you bought, and what you're planning on doing with it. I have heard there's a rickable out there for the Haunted Mansion to get 3 of them to build a much bigger mansion. If you're building that, let me know. I'd like to know. And also, if you want to post pictures on my Facebook, there is a link in the description, and you're welcome to do that. Also, if you want to help the channel, you can do this. You can head over to PayPal. You can head over to Bricklink, or you can go head over to Etsy and buy some Akro-Mils dividers for your Akro-Mils drawers. Links in the description for all 3 of those. Also, if you want to help the channel, here's another way that doesn't involve anything, any sort of money, and I appreciate every like, every comment, every subscription, all that stuff. I appreciate all of it. But if you want to help out there, you can watch another video right after this one, or you can share a link to this video on other social media platforms. It just helps get the word out that we're here. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me. I hope you look forward to my other videos and my live streams. And remember, guys, be good to each other. Stay safe out there, and I will catch you on the next one.